ready to fight, standing tall, doing what's right.
Warning: the following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. Warning: the following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. Okay. Right, this is going to be a quick one. And I have to thank oh shit, I've never heard so much crap in my life. Oh, now it's all making sense. Oh my good God. Oh my word. Oh my God. Do you know what? Big Dirt, if you're here and you're listening, you should have told me this way earlier on. Guys, this is freaking hilarious. And Big Dirt hit the nail on the head, right? So kudos to him. Apparently last night, oh my God, you had Lisa on and Robbie and some freaking tart called Legally Leslie. I don't even know who she is. I mean, she's definitely not a role model for someone who likes to wear makeup. That's for sure. She looks like she escaped from. I have to do this. This is an emergency transmission. Basically, okay. Apparently, according to them, obviously, like this is now probably the dozenth time that the fleas, crampons, or whatever you want to call them, swamp lizard, have made big waves about people in the UK or over here overseas. And it's all like, oh, well, they're not American. Well, no shit, Sherlock, we're not. And the best part is, about legal ramifications about, saying it as it is and accusing people like myself, a couple of other people from the UK, I presume, and obviously DJ Rattus of like being employed or being the voices for the European version of Jeremy Hells. Hang on a minute. I just buried. I'm sorry. I'm so I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Be right back. Oh, Jesus Christ. I've never heard so much fucking funny shit in my life. I tell you one thing. Hey, Lisa, Robbie, you fucking guys should try and get a job on a fucking stage as comedians, because I tell you one thing, you just fucking need to stop this shit. The amount of crap that comes out of your fucking mouth is just fucking... Oh, God. I'm literally fucking crying here right now of laughter. Oh shit, it's like you fucking sit on your platform when you think like you know everything about every country. You know shit, you can't even keep your own fucking shit together. And I proved that in this. I proved that in the fucking stream before with your own words, and then you want to sit on your platform and you want to fucking try to intimidate people who have a right to fucking say factual fucking stuff, and you want to then sit on your spawn. God, Jesus Christ. Oh, I never heard so much shit. Oh shit! Oh god! He got this freaking wannabe. This fucking. Oh, please hold. Your call's important to me. I'll be right back. Oh, broken is an understatement. Okay, let me try and compose myself here. You can't make this shit up, even if you tried. Yeah, they had legally Leslie on. Right. Let me, hey, legally Leslie, if you're going to listen to this, and also the fucking Krampons, let me explain something to you. Oh god, you caused me to cough now. All right, let me just explain something to you. Legally Leslie, obviously you've had some legal experience. Uh, but the thing is, the fact that you're doing exactly the same that Bruce Matskin did when he first fucking appeared on that platform is just fucking too fucking good to be true. And then you have the fact that you've got the dumbest people on the same platform trying to fucking intimidate people abroad like they've got the fucking reach. No, you haven't. Let me explain something to you. Freedom of speech, freedom of expression is an entitlement that everyone has as long as it's not hate speech. Now, everything that's been said for myself and anyone else that you're accusing, okay, is a freedom of speech, freedom of expression. Okay, and the fact that I've used your own words to prove of how much of not just a hypocrite you are, but liars you are, and you want to sit on your platform and you want to fucking try to fucking act like you're the international fucking, I mean, like Thunderbirds, go. I mean, come on, seriously, who the hell do you think you really are? You absolute sad excuse for a fucking human being. I mean, like, I have never laughed so hard in my life. I listened to 3.5 minutes of the shit that came out of your mouth. And the fact that you're going about the laws over here, yes, they are stricter than they are in the United States because the minority, unfortunately, the minority in the United States, which you are part of, are fucking snowflakes. And the fact that you got someone on there who's basically a oh, I don't want to do this law anymore because I don't agree with it. Well, yeah, whatever, right? And the best part, exactly, I'll come into that. The best part. Oh shit! Either I'm not getting the memos here, or someone is basically trying to get free employment out of me because apparently we are the representatives of Jeremy Hales, the European representatives of Jeremy Hales. Oh shit! I'll be right back. Oh, don't you worry about that. The Canadians are going to get it at some point. I just can't stop laughing. I'm crying. I'm literally sitting there crying. I've never heard something. Oh. Oh God. Oh, the level. Oh shit! I can't even fucking talk anymore. Oh my God, the level of stupidity that was combined by three people on that fucking platform is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Oh shit. Oh, oh, hum, hum, oh, oh, I just can't get rid of it. Oh, yeah. Jeremy Hills. He's representatives in Canada and the UK, and there's people in the UK and Australia. And apparently, Ruckus is back in Australia. Apparently. Like. Yeah, I can't. I just can't. I got to do this, but I can't. You got to. I can't. You got to. I know. Oh. Ooh. It's not every day you people make me laugh, but fucking hell, you just, you go around saying that you were a roadie or you worked in the music industry. Actual fact, I think you were either a fluffer or you basically stood in front of the audience and cracked jokes, because I swear to God, what you said on your stream last night was probably the funniest shit that you've actually said. Oh my God. And you, Robbie, you're the last person you spoke to your lawyer. Yeah, of course you spoke to your lawyer. Why don't you get your lawyer on that platform? Let him speak for her. Let your lawyer speak for themselves. Anything that comes out of your mouth, mate, right? To be honest with you, I'd rather listen to you fart, because that would make more sense and probably would be true. Now, and you making these statements, right, is in fact actually like, I think like Jeremy could now naturally turn around and say, well, that's a liable comment you just made there. You're basically stating that people from abroad are representing me. Oh, that can come back to bite you in the ass legally. Now, I can tell you one fucking fact now. I'm going to be, I'll be right back. Do you know what? I actually tried to figure out how the fuck do I actually unmute myself? Oh my God! I mean, oh, okay. Let's try to get myself back into. Let's see if I can get myself back into a normal. I'm sorry, guys. This was an emergent transmission. We had to go. Morning, everybody. Uh, this is a. Oh my God! I've never laughed so fucking. God. And this is not the first time you guys have made these comments. I mean, the amount of times you, oh God, oh shit. Easy, easy. Let me just get myself back into the. Uh, uh, oh shit. Right, let's break this down, okay? Right, first of all, I have never, will never, and can't ever represent anyone except myself. Point. Fact. Two, I'm trying so hard not to laugh. Two, okay, you think you're so above it. You think you're so superior. Okay. Now, like I said, there's a minority that obviously don't represent the American culture or the American populace, right? And unfortunately, you're part of that. I gotta admit, you're part of that fucking culture. You're part of that minority. Now, luckily, you are part of that minority, so people don't have to take you fucking serious. Now, the fact that you've got a a disgruntled lawyer who has probably wears more makeup than every single British soldier has worn cam cream in their complete fucking entirety of their service. You're the last person to open your mouth about anything. The fact that you've walked into a shitstorm of deceit, lies, fabrication, and God knows what. The fact that you sat on a platform with those two absolute clowns and listened to what they were saying, and they don't know anything about the law. This is not the first time they've tried to intimidate people from abroad. Okay, yeah. In actual fact, you can consider it hate speech of what was said on that last night. Oh God, my head hurts now. But the fact that you actually do try to, I mean, you definitely need to go and find a stage and, you know, crack some jokes. I mean, you won't get as good as freaking Kevin Hart, but I tell you one thing, you'll give some people a giggle. That's for sure. Oh my God. You can't make this shit up, even if you try to avoid it with a fucking barge pole. And the fact that she actually went and said, "Oh well, I've done some digging." You've done some digging, Leslie. I tell you one thing, right? A lot of people have done digging on you, and yeah, if you want to get to know me, why don't you pop in and say hello? And I'll be more than happy to introduce you to the facts, and they don't come, you know, for free. Obviously, I have to ridicule you and, you know, take the piss out of you, which is my right to do so. and the fact that you have jumped on this bandwagon because your little psychic or your boyfriend, Mr. Luthman, or who's it, Mr. Volp. You know, what one of them did. By the way, let me ask you a quick question, Leslie. Did you spit or swallow? Just asking. But anyway, did you spit or swallow? Oh God. Right, okay, so, and then you got Lisa. Come on. I mean, we all know that you talk so much crap that you richly walk around with a continuous roll of toilet paper. So every time you do take your face for a shit, you've got something to wipe your mouth. The fact that you come out with so many lies, only an hour ago, I proved that you talk crap. With your own words, I've proven that you've lied, that that you make shit up. And the fact that you actually blew yourself out of the water just by your own comments, all right? And then, like, I mean, let's be honest. You can't get any dumber. I mean, richly, now I know where the idiots are that have disappeared out of that ghost village called Idiotsville in Oregon. They're sitting in the villages. I mean, you are your own worst nightmare, because if you go and look back at your streams and when you put up your freaking Amazon list, you've got your address on the top left-hand corner, you absolute buffoon. And people can see that. And all it takes is people, oh, wait a minute. Oh, the villages, postcode, public knowledge. No one, you've doxed yourself, you absolute space cadet. Do you know what? I swear to God, when you guys fell out of that stupid tree and hit every branch on the way down, and someone said, "Hey, congratulations, you've been promoted to branch manager," you guys fucking fought each other and started doxing each other just to get the freaking supervising branch managing position. But hey, who am I? I don't know nothing. I'm just from the UK. Yes, I am. And I'm proud to say that I am not just from the UK, but I'm from the best part of fucking UK, and that's Wales. Right? We are the real frickin' people. Yes. And if you actually did your history, right, you would know that, like, here in the United Kingdom of Great British folk, we say it as it is. We are sarcastic, we use black humor, we use satire, and we will say it as the fucking thing rolls. I nearly said something really naughty then, but I stopped myself. Yes. Which then now makes completely no sense whatsoever, but fuck it. We're talking about you. So, but you sit on your platform and you attack people and you accuse Jeremy Hales. I mean, like, you need to get off that dildo that you're sitting on, Okay. And you need to put either new batteries in it or buy a new one because you are talking so much crap. You can't make this up anymore. You are accusing people of something that can come back to bite you in the ass. Now, yes, okay, good point. Leslie made a good point. We don't live in America. Yeah. In America, you guys sit there and you go on fair use and freedom of speech, First Amendment, blah, 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 blah. Right? And you think that you know, excuse me about the cough, I do apologize, but you think that you know everything about Europe and about each country in Europe. You know shit. You know diddly. You know diddly diddly squat. Diddly diddly. You know nothing. Right? The fact that you actually sit on your platform and make out that you fit, because obviously there's going to be idiots in your chat going, oh yes, I believe every word you say, matron. Oh, mistress, please direct me into your next wish. Please, mistress, please. I shall do everything you say. Oh, you want me to fart? There you go. I farted. What else you would like me to do, mistress? Seriously. Why don't you try and figure out what type of color of loofah you drive around with on your little go-kart, right? And, you know, stop harassing your next door neighbors by using your CCTV. And you think you're so clever. I mean, people, all they need to do is just watch every single video you've done over the last, 9 months? I mean, come on. And then you want to say that you know everything about European. But hey, Leslie, if you're listening, here's a bit of a word of advice. Don't put yourself in the position that Bruce Matskin did. Because Bruce Matskin lost hands down. I mean, that guy basically was just a laughingstock of this whole situation. The fact that you're making accusations, because obviously you're being directed by Luthman and Volpe, I mean, we all know that you're like the little fluffy toy that of them too. So how about you wind your neck in and do something that you are supposed to do? Put the kettle on, make a brew, relax. Listen to some of your fantasy music and then try to write another essay that you sort of like found on the internet by using AI. Yeah, because you made a lot of mistakes in that last little document you wrote. And the fact that you sit there and you think that you know you can intimidate people, what? Because you used to have a right to practice law? Really? I'll tell you one thing. For a foreigner who's not an American, you people are giving yourselves a really good freaking name when it comes to the law and, you know, practicing law and everything else. I mean, so far we've got 3 of you now. We've got Luthman, Matskin, and now you, right? The Three Stooges. Actual fact, yeah, that's what we should call you from now, the Three Stooges, because everything that comes out your mouth is, right? It's called freedom of speech. Constructive criticism. Can't handle it? Keep your mouth shut. But anyway, we digress. And then there's little Robbie. Oh, when I spoke to one's lawyer is a very educated gentleman. And one's lawyer said to me about the law in the UK. Uh-huh. Sure. So you paid about $400 just for a lawyer to turn around to you and say, yes, I know about the UK law. And those fuckers don't give a shit. They have freedom of speech, which comes under the Article 10 and Article 14 of the Human Rights. Yes, we actually are protected by the Human Rights Act. Go figure. Didn't know that. Funny. Strange. Yeah. Do your due diligence. You know what I mean? Do your due diligence. Now, the thing is, constructive criticism, comment, or news reporting, or educational purposes, right? But you guys sit on your big soapbox, and when you go, oh, this is for fair use, and this is that. So, contradicting terms, maybe? I mean, seriously, I've actually gone live the second time within an hour just to freaking laugh at you. Okay. And then you make the accusation. And this is a very serious accusation, may I add, that you have now turned around and stated that multiple people, that includes myself and DJ Raz, you have now accused that we are European and non-American representatives of Jeremy Hells. I wonder how he's going to react to that besides do exactly the same that I did and literally piss himself laughing, right, about the comments that come out of your mouth. I mean, seriously. I mean, what delusional environment do you live in? I mean, what planet do you come? I mean, like, you can't come from Venus. You could be coming from Uranus. And that's not the body part. That's the actual planet itself. You're definitely not from Saturn, because Saturn's got rings, and yeah, you've got Luthers. But on a serious note now, okay, you are absolutely stupid. You are absolutely stupid. People have a right of freedom of speech and freedom of expression. Now, here's one thing you should remember. Okay, there are terms and conditions, like on Facebook, on every single platform. Okay, and that if someone is given constructive criticism and they're making comment on something, they may agree or may not agree. There are multiple channels that represent certain groups in the Middle East, that if they can be on YouTube and they can make certain videos, right, and spread disinformation and narratives and everything else, or there's other groups that, like, all you have to do is check YouTube. Where do you think you come on that list? You're so far down that list, you'd need a GPS just to find out where you are, let alone what day you're in. Okay, so the fact that you sat on your platform and did that last night, I mean, I have to give big kudos, mate. You richly cheered me up today. I was honest. I was like, I'm gonna have a quiet day, but then you went, oh yeah, they talked to it. I'm surprised you didn't. If you'd have been on your bong, you'd have probably, you'd have got in the giggles, and that'd have been it. Seriously, guys, you need to either shut your mouth, go and seek professional help, or get off this platform. Because what you are doing right now, okay, you are actually now digging yourself yet another hole, and you are making a bed yet another one where you're going to pee in or poo in. And because, like, making an accusation like you did against someone who is in the United States, who, by the way, right, is suing you for slander and other serious counts, I'll be honest with you, I am extremely surprised that you are still flapping, you're still letting noises come out of that round thing, that hole in your face called a mouth. I am really surprised that you are still talking. I'm surprised you haven't, like, tried to sell, how can I put it? Your midget man sausages or tacos, or little hearts, stuff like that. You want to sell a little stone that could be anything for $25. Oh yeah, that's from the video on a tuna sub. But anyway, that's beside the point. The fact of the matter, last night was funny. You should try comedy or slapstick. I mean, one of the two, because you can't handle satire. You definitely can't handle humor. And one thing you definitely can't handle is black humor. And unfortunately, us here in the UK, maybe Scottish, Irish, Welsh, or English, we do have a very, very dark sense of humor. And obviously, because you live in a cocoon, or whatever you want to call your house, in the villages where strange things happen and, people catch things, you need to get a life. And here's another thing. And let's talk about Robbie. Robbie, would you like me to remind you of your criminal background or your history, or do you want me to remind you of the bullshittery that you told reporters and newspapers about you didn't have insurance, and then suddenly you had insurance for 26 years? I mean, 26 years is a long time, but the thing is, all this happened in 2011, 12, and 13 and onwards. And the fact that you always have the answer for everything. But you, mate, are an absolute. You're a hand job, dude. You are definitely a hand job. And to be perfectly honest with you, I mean, I'm not going to waste any of my energy on you. I'm definitely not going to waste any more energy. You gave me a freaking laugh. In actual fact, on that note, I'm going to be right back, because I have to go and do something that real men have to do, and that's go and make himself. Oh, I forgot something. Did I forget to show and tell? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do that? I did. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. Well, here's one thing I want you guys to do while you wait. And while I go in, I mean, I've sort of like composed myself now. I've never laughed so. The last time I laughed was quite a while back. But you guys do entertain people, and last night was probably the best entertainment. And the thing is, like, that's going to come back to bite you in the ass. And if you think you can intimidate people in different countries, right, you need to be worried about the fact that you've received monies. Oh, the fucking dog. Shut up. You received monies from people from over here, okay, and you have gave no transparency. And the fact that you've lied, which I've proved in my last stream, you've got more problems than you want to create. I mean, like sitting on your platform trying to act like you know about international law and everything else, you know shit. And that Leslie, that legally Leslie, who no one knows, who's basically, you know, whatever, you know, she definitely, I'd tell you one thing, she'll get a good job on Spitting Image, that's for sure. But on that note, hold that thought. I'll be right back. Please hold. Your call is important. Where the frick's where's that song I was going to use? Where is it? Oh, it's like that. But one thing I do want to say is this.
You want to make me the villain? Fine. I'll be the villain in your story. Just don't forget the fucking chapter where you created me. You want to make me the villain? Fine. I'll be the villain in your story. Just don't forget the fucking chapter where you created me.
And yeah, I think you've made a bit of a boo-boo, to be perfectly honest with you. Because if you think about it, this is before I go and do what a man should do. Yeah, you've definitely fucking opened up Pandora's box, because you've made a statement in last night's thing.
This one goes out to all the Daffodil Warriors, all the brethren in Swansea, in Wrexham, in Merthyr Tydfil, from Penwhite Farm to Port Talbot. Beat up yourself. Spawntrooper come to mash up Babylon with some proper Welsh reggae. See, whoa, tidy vibes from the hillside, son. Spawntrooper know the reggae, man. Coal dust clear, the fire's begun. Spawntrooper some rules, Irish son. He once rolled the valleys in his army gear. Now he chants with the sheep and a dragon near. From the pubs to the coast, he's spreading cheer. And the bass line rolling like a panther deer. He said, bagpipes, now I've got a dub plate. And I swap my shield for a ganja crate. Now the miners sing in harmony, while he skank by the harp in sweet unity. Spawn Molly, the reggae man with the Welshman pride. Spawn Molly, shout you a love down the brick outside. Spawn Molly, from the castle ruins to the Dupton line. Spawn Molly, he blessed Babylon with valley might. My Holland is glairio, just a minute glass. Spawn Molly downs, you fell serin or ras. De moving gani drag me and cardio head. Oh Jamaica, I jimmer in my river. The sun shines over the blue mountains. Spawn Molly dances like a star from the race. He fears no dragon, he carries peace. From Jamaica to Wales, the rhythm explodes. Oh, the Welshman got that irie glow.
He don't beat round the bush, man. He just say what he do, and he mean what he say, man. Laid back boots in a hillside breeze, sipping Dr. Pepper with his dragon at ease. Loofah, loofah, he like many gifts of the loofah. Loofah, loofah, leaves him hanging in his barracks like a banner. He scrubs truth into the skin of the land with a daffodil smile and a calloused hand. Don't mess with the Englishman, I mean the Irishman. Wait, the Scottishman. Oh shit, I mean the Welshman. He'll give you a stare and a proverb too, then vanish on a mountain like the mist do. He don't need no war, no heavy command, just a melody line and a sponge in hand. When Babylon's stress tries to ruin his calm, he just hums and he scrubs like a loofah bomb. Loofah, loofah, he's the hillside soother. Trooper, trooper, the drill puck mover. He sings what he means and he means what he says. Spawntrooper got the grime of the world washed away. Spawntrooper, he don't be round.
Anyway, enough of that. All right, let's get back to it. So, the thing is, you made us giggle and you made us laugh, but I'm going to educate you absolute buffoons. So pay attention, Lisa, Robbie, and Leslie. Okay, let me introduce you to some actual facts. Yeah, in the UK, freedom of expression, a fundamental right, is protected by Article 10 of the Human Rights Convention, or European Convention of Human Rights, incorporated into British law through the Human Rights Act of 1998. This right encompasses the freedom to hold opinion, receive, impart information and ideas without state interference. Internationally, freedom of speech is recognized human right, and with variations in how it's protected and restricted across different nations and cultures. Now, in the United States, for example, you have your First Amendment. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Spawntrooper knows things. Okay. So, now, you're thinking, well, hang on a minute. What about the legal basis? Oh, what about the scope? Oh, yeah. Yeah. What about the restrictions? Oh, what about the exceptions and government duties, international freedom of speech? Oh, my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Oh, dear. The thing is, there's no hate here. Okay, that's one thing. There's no hate. Now, here's international freedom of speech. Maybe if you get your head, this is why I say there's a minority of people from America who think that they're above everybody and that they can do and say what they like, and what they do and say is gospel. No, let me educate you. Internationally, freedom of expression and opinion are recognized as fundamental human rights, enshrined in international law and treaties. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, and the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, ICCPR, protect these rights, with restrictions, obviously. There are restrictions. Permissible only if provided by law, necessary in a democratic society, and proportionate. The right of freedom of expression includes the freedom to hold opinion, seek, receive, and impart information without interference regarding borders. So, nothing's ticked me, Dave. Actual fact, it's the funny. Now, one thing I'm going to make absolutely sure that you understand this. When someone says here's the perfect example. When Tug called only me a coward. That there, ladies and gentlemen, is freedom of expression, and that is his fundamental right here in the UK. He can call you a coward. I can call you an a-hole. I can call you anything I like. If I do it in public, like I said earlier on, it comes under the Section 5 of the Public Order Act and Pace. Okay? Now, you want to talk about freedom of speech and law. What you're trying to do, you're trying to silence people. So you're trying to take away that fundamental right for people in other countries. You're trying to intimidate and take away that fundamental right. Well, here's one sentence I'm going to say to you, Lisa Rabusi and Robbie Kersey and Leslie, whatever your fuck your name is. Go fuck yourself. And make sure you ask for a reach around. That there is protected by freedom of speech and the freedom of expression. Now, you sit on your platform and you make allegations, accusations. You have put yourself now in a position, in a legal position, not by me or anyone else, not by Rattus or anyone else, but by yourself. And the problem is, due to the fact that you're already defendants in a federal court case, and the fact that you've accused myself and other people from Europe and different countries, Canada and everything else, and Australia, of apparently being representatives of Mr. Hales, which I am not, and there's no legal or any type of proof of that because I'm not. You've just gave him another box of ammunition. And you know what? I hope he takes that ammunition, he hands it over to his attorney, Randy Shockett, and I hope his attorney, okay, is really good, right, with his ammo, because you've made the biggest mess up that I've witnessed, and all because one of the community members in here came and told and mentioned that you guys were talking about me, and just by pure curiosity, I just wanted to see what, and you know what, you gave me one hell of a laugh. So yeah, okay, so you carry on sucking your thumb and whatever you know. All right, one thing I can tell you right now, just because over the last few months ago, okay, the police were arresting people, and you know, people are getting visits from the police because of their comments on Facebook. Now, there's a difference between making a statement of facts or criticizing or making comment or using what's been done for educational. The reason the police go to visit people or go and talk to them is because of radical comments. Okay. Now you need to understand the difference between someone making comments on a Facebook or YouTube or any type of platform that is threatening, racial, discriminative, or could cause serious issues. Then obviously, absolutely, the law should go on. We need to talk to you about the comments you made. Okay. However, that again, right? You have to be very careful. Even the government and the police need to be careful, because over here we are protected under the Human Rights Act of freedom of speech and freedom of expression. However, that does not give you legal rights to make threats or anything else. No one has made any threats to you. However, one thing I can say, and this is a prediction, is that your comments last night on that, and these are your own words, not mine. I am just repeating what you said. The words on your stream last night, I think there's going to be some legal repercussions coming from those accusations that you've made. And the problem is, people are really good at downloading clips, recording exactly what's happened, including chat. And I think, I mean, you know, I'm just assuming here, because in the past I've called it. I assume that Mr. Hales is going to be looking at this in a different sort of angle. I don't think he's going to be very happy that you guys are accusing people of being employed by him. Now, that I find quite interesting, because it's not the first time you've made these accusations. And the thing is, obviously, if you know more than I do, and I have been receiving the memos, let alone any wages, then obviously I would like to know what the hell's going on. You know what I mean? Oh, God, why do I make myself laugh when I do that? Anyway, no, but here's the thing, though. You guys, right, I'm going to put this in layman's terms so even you idiots can understand it. Now, you two sit on your platform and you talk and talk and talk and talk. But I don't think you actually think before you speak, and I definitely don't think that you understand each other when you do talk. And the fact that you have done this not once, but multiple times, you've probably accused nearly every single person who discusses or talks about the situation, made it legal, no matter what part of this legal conundrum or whatever, right? You've accused people of stalking, harassment, slander, defamation, libel, harassment. I mean, like, you know, I'm surprised you haven't mentioned alien abduction yet, but let's not jump ahead, shall we? Now, I get it. You want attention, you want to grift, but my last stream, I've proven categorically, okay, that that you are your own worst enemy. And I think that all this money and everything else this little bit of fame to claim that you've achieved over the last 9 months on the coattail and the hard work of Mr. Hales and his partner and everyone else, I think it's gone to your head, and either you need a decompression chamber, or you need to come back down off your high horse and actually realize what you've actually done. Anyone with any common sense will know that you've made libel statements in that live stream last night. You've made accusations. And I think you're in enough trouble as it is, but I think this one is going to be added to that. And here's one message I do want to give Mr. Hales or anyone else. All right, Mr. Hales, if you need to use this live stream that I'm doing right now, if you want to use this live stream, okay, and use it in correspondence to the one they did last night as evidence, feel free. I don't mind. Because I'll tell you one thing, it's probably the funniest fucking thing you've probably ever come across. And I think that you may even laugh about this because it is funny. It is funny. And also, if I am employed, when do I get my pocket money? No, I'm only joking. Lisa, Robbie, I think you made a big mistake. And even though I don't know who this Legally Leslie is, I mean, you're an absolute clown anyway. Well, I mean, the makeup proves that. For you, I would suggest either contact the BBC and see if you can get a job working on spitting image, or go and be a camouflage expert for the parachute regiment, or for the airborne, or for maybe the Korean Marines. I don't know. I mean, someone will probably might take you up for that. I mean, to tell you, turn the light off and all you see is these red lips. Yeah. Anyway, so it was a quick stream. I just thought I'd point this out and send. But this is freaking hilarious. You can't make this shit up. I'm sorry, but you just can't. You can't make this shit up. But anyway, has anyone got anything to ask in regards of my employment, or my legal status, and why is my nose itching? Usually, every time my nose starts itching, I get a nosebleed. I bet you I'm getting a nosebleed. Oh, well. Shizzy did good expose on it. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, did he? Yeah, I'll check that out. I'll definitely check that out. Julia, why did you spit your ice cream out? Explain yourself. Come on, speak. You can't make right. Listen, everyone who's an American in here, please press 1 right now. Please press 1 if you're an American. Right now. If you are from the United States of the Americanese, please press 1 right now. I have a question for you. Before I call it a day. Oh my God, I can't believe this shit. I really can't. I really can't. In your own time, guys. In your own time. Okay. Nina, Johnny, Heidi, Amago, Sweet, Debbie, SMN, right? Yes, Cynthia. That is true. Right. Okay. To the Americans, and Cynthia, let me ask you a question. What's the importance of that? About what's the importance of that question to this topic? Just asking. I'm not being. I try. Please don't misunderstand. I'm not being rude. I'm just asking. Yeah. Right. Okay. So we got a lot of Americans in here. Right. Let me ask you a question. Are you all part of the majority or the minority? So if you are part of the majority, press 1. If you're part of the minority, which is the smaller version, the smaller group, press 2, please. I'm being serious. Like, press 1 if you're majority, or press 2 if you're minority. Cynthia, what's sweetheart? What's your point? Right. No, the reason I'm saying if you're the majority or minority is this. All right, it's because, like, would you like to explain why there are so many idiots in the minority? Would someone please explain that to me? Why these idiots seem to be listened to and trusted? Everything they say, it seems to be, gospel. Can someone explain that to me? Because I tell you one thing now, these people are not making you look good, and it's not fair on you. And the fact that, like, this is going on and on and on, it just shows you that how bad things can get. And at the end of the day, right, I'm not having a dig at the majority of American citizens, because, like, not everyone is like that. And I've met a lot of Americans who are fantastic, and I refuse to treat every single person from America the same way I would treat these people. No way. Absolutely no. Because it's not everyone's fault, because you've got a minority or a small group of people who have no intelligence whatsoever. So just so you know that. All right. So when I take the piss, or when I'm sarcastic or anything, it doesn't mean I'm trying to be insulting. I'm just being, right. And Cynthia, you seem to be very orientated on my IDs. My IDs, my ID card, my veteran ID card, and my ever ID card, right? They may be still they may be still active. Doesn't mean I am. I'm a veteran. Yes, I have. Oh, right. Okay. So you've been told, right? Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Whatever. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not good at cryptic stuff. Sometimes I am, but anyway. So it's going to be very interesting how this is going to go down. How those remarks and that libel comment they made yet again towards Mr. Hales. I wonder how that's going to go down now. Because either they're doubling down, thinking that he's not going to do anything about it, because at the end of the day, they've been looking at this whole lawsuit and everything else like a joke, or they have learning difficulties and don't understand the situation they're putting themselves in. No, Cynthia, no, you're not being rude. No, yes, it was spoken about a few lives ago. Yes, I did mention I have shown people my both of my IDs, and I have proven categorically, that I've served. But I don't have to do that. I don't have to explain myself to anybody. But yes, I did, and I do apologize if I came across a little bit facetious or rude. So my apologies to you, Cynthia. So please don't take it as me digging at you. I wasn't. I'm just saying, because at the end of the day, it's irrelevant, to be honest with you, because people will challenge anyone, especially when they don't have control or they've lost control over the whole subject. And I've already said, these idiots have to prove what they're stating, and they haven't proven anything. And the reason they haven't proven anything is because they can't, because it's all bullshit. But don't worry about that. There's more to come. Not yet. Whenever I feel like it, there's more to come. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about those idiots from last night. Thank you. I appreciate that, Cynthia, and lots of hugs and love. I mean, no offense. I do apologize if I come across rude. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's Paint Chips. Paint Chips is an absolute idiot. If you're in a lawsuit, the less you say, the better. The less you, I mean, I'm surprised that some of these people are doing what they're doing. Let me tell you something now. If I was in a lawsuit, I wouldn't be talking about anything. I would not be touching the topic one bit. I would be talking about games, and I would carry on doing what I need to do. I would not be discussing anything. There wouldn't be anything typed, printed, or anything. I would avoid the topic completely. Because if you're being sued by someone and they've already got enough evidence to sue you, and they've got enough ammunition to prove that you're in the wrong, you don't want to make it even worse. Because the worse you make it, the worse the consequences. And obviously these people don't understand that. I can't believe I've gone live again within an hour. Because it's fucking funny. Well, I wouldn't say Graves, Juliet. They're like, can you remember, Juliet? You're from the UK, correct? Can you remember there was when the demonstrations and the riots and everything were going on quite a few months ago? You remember there was a lady, I think she was in the 60s, late 60s, early 70s, and she was detained and arrested because the reason being, right, she didn't agree what the police were doing, right? And she called one of the police officers a name and said that she didn't agree with anything, and she was arrested there and then. And there's actually video of this, and I was like, well, hang on a minute. Why is she getting arrested? She was just standing there. I mean, she looked like in fear of us, she was quite scared. And then I found another video, and you can see her to the left. You can see her standing next to the shop window, or the shop shutter. And there's a guy on the ground, and he gets kneed by a police officer. And I think the reaction from her seeing that, she got arrested for it, for reacting. Now, I can talk about that, but there's certain things I'm not going to say, because at the end of the day, I'll be what they call not scaremongering, but I'll be facilitating, hate speech is what they call it. So I'm not going to discuss that. But the thing is, the fact that she was arrested and she was 70, I think she was in the early 70s, actually. So it's very interesting. I think there's a lot of things that people need to come to grip with. And now, here's the thing. When you've got two idiots sitting on a platform, yet again with another disgruntled lawyer, right? First it was Bruce Matskin. Then we had freaking idiot Mr. Magoo. And now we've got, I need to come up with a nickname for her. And the fact that she's trying to indirectly intimidate people from abroad, that people from abroad can't speak on this or can't make their opinions known, as long as it's constructive and it's in regards of comment, and it's educational. You're not doing really well, are you? I mean, that probably didn't do well as a lawyer. But like I said, contact a theatre, become a comedian, or contact the BBC, see if you can get on a spitting image. I mean, who knows? But anyway, guys, right, if you got any questions in regards of this topic, in regards of what was said, please ask. I'm going to give you, I'll give you 5 minutes, and then that'll be it. And just so you know, this was an emergency. I had to get this, I had to do this, because if I didn't do this, it would have just basically, they would have, yeah. So it's only fair that you guys enjoyed my laughter and the entertainment that came from it, because I must admit, I've still got a big smile on my face, and you can't make, I mean, you really can't make this up. So Here's a message to the government in the United States. Fuck it. President Trump, yo, Don, listen, fella, I get it. You know, you're trying to do good things for the American populace and American citizens. I get that. But for the sake, I am really begging you. I am really, really begging you. Please, 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 all right, put some money into education, because there's a lot of people, you know, I think, who have lost a lot of that when they went to school, if they ever went to school, and try to start evening schools for adults, so people can actually go back to school and actually learn common sense and, you know, and how to be a human being again. So please take a couple of trillion, billion, million, dillion of your pocket money dollars, and being a businessman, I think you know what I mean. Stick some money into the country for education. I am begging you, please. Education is important for anybody around the world. However, you've got a minority in your country that are struggling. So please, for the love of God, please put some money into education. But there you go. We were a cult. Wait, what? Did I miss a bit? They said that we are a cult. What did they say, that we are a cult, or that people who support Jeremy and George in defending themselves against this hate campaign from a organized group that call themselves the anti-what the hell's ecosystem, and they're calling us a cult? Yeah, Julia, they're just flapping the gums. I would ignore it. You know, I mean, yeah, there you go. I mean, Tammy said it. There you go, a cult of common sense. Yeah. But I mean, if you're going to call a group a cult, or you're going to, I would ignore them. You know, I'd rather, you know, phone up me. Yeah. Anyway, so Spawntrooper, they're idiots. Absolutely, Debbie. They are. I mean, well, I have to agree and disagree with you, Debbie, because the thing is, yes, they are idiots. However, by calling them idiots, we're really giving idiots around the world a bad name. So it's not really fair on the idiots because of the level of stupidity from these people. So we need to come up with, you know, I mean, pun life sounds good. Yeah. Ken, whatever Paint Chip says, or whatever Richard Luthman says, right, what you need to do is you just take it like that. Take it. Find a bottle, put it in a bottle, close the bottle up, and throw it as far as you can into the ocean. Maybe one day when the world of reality kicks in, someone will find it and go, ha, fuck yeah, right, and then throw it in the bin. All right, so don't worry about it. Audio Coffee, hi. I haven't seen you for a while. There is a nickname for their new LOLya, LLL, legally liable lips. Have you seen the freaking lips on that? Jesus Christ, you could suck a golf ball through it. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, what they said last night was hilarious, to say the least. So thanks very much for a bloody good laugh. Anyway, guys, like I said, it was a quick one. I just wanted to come in and bring you into the you know, into the fun, because at the end of the day, it's only fair to, you know, bring the community into and make sure that you have a laugh. So, right, guys, I'm gonna shoot off. I can't believe I actually went live twice. I just needed to get this done. I had to do this, because if I didn't do it, I'd regret it. I would have regretted if I mean, I had to literally stop laughing. I had to literally stop typing to people and just keep myself to myself for 5 minutes before I actually was able to compose myself. But yeah, you really can't make this up. You really can't. I mean, this level of stupidity is, and the fact that they've now put themselves in even more legal bother. Well, let's see how this turns out, shall we? You know, apparently, the allegation of people who are talking about them or pointing out their mistakes, the fact that they are making an allegation that he is making us do this, he is basically instructing us to do what like me saying what I'm saying. That is so far from reality and from the truth. It's oh my god, yeah. Oh god, oh, there's so much I want to say right now, but I don't. One, it's pointless, and two, it'll be a waste of oxygen on them. Audio, listen. You can look. You can lurk as much as you like. I'm glad that you've come in and you've said hi, and you've made you've made a comment that you look. Mi casa, su casa. Right? If you want to lurk, you can lurk. If you don't want to come in, you don't come in. If you want to come in, fine. No one forces you to do anything. Right? But just know that you're always welcome. Always welcome. Right? But anyway, on that note, guys, yeah, sorry that it was like a rush job to get to go from everything. I thought I needed to get this. So everybody wave at the Krampons and at the, legally, where's that freaking name? Legally Liable Lips. All right, just say hello to Legally Liable Lips, who thinks that she's clever, but she's actually shown that she's probably dumber than them two put together. And basically, guys, have a fantastic Monday. Please make sure you stay hydrated if it's very warm. Make sure that you're smiling. And, if you see someone in distress, pay it forward and just be nice to each other. All right? Sometimes people will make their own beds. Let them make their own beds. The words that came out of their mouths, all right, I'm now going to put them in even more problems. I don't know if it's going to be legal issues or we're just going to all laugh at them. But let's just do that, right? So I do apologize for going live again. And for those people who woke up, I hope you have a fantastic day. Yes, you missed it, Squid. You need to do a recap. I'm not going to repeat everything. I probably might talk to you in a bit. But you are going to laugh your tits off from what I heard last night and everything. And just to remind you again about the freedom of speech in the UK, right? In the UK, freedom of expression and fundamental right is protected by Article 10 of the European Convention of the Human Rights, incorporated into British law through the Human Rights Act in 1998. The rights encompasses the freedom to hold opinion, receive and impart information of ideas without state interference. Okay, right? We have the right of freedom of speech and freedom of expression, okay, which is covered. So before you idiots on the Krampon platform want to go and act like you know everything, I spoke to my lawyer. What, the same lawyer that you spoke to about the fire on your property, or the fact that the same lawyer who probably instead of got you 5 years, he got you 1 year in federal prison for everything done, Robbie? Yeah. Right, about the fact that everything that you said in the newspaper that you didn't have insurance when everything burnt down, and you've lost between $150,000 and $200,000. Right, is that the same lawyer? Yeah, or is it just someone next door who does Google research and then tells you that? Yeah, shut up, you pleb. Oh god, you're a yogurt stain. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Lots of love to all of you, especially to Squid, Amago, Cynthia, and everyone else. Consider yourself hugged. And one thing I need to remember is that a smile a day keeps the weird fuckers away.
They go live every night selling drama on demand, with Krampons sitting on their ass and dicky on hand. Fake tears falling, oh I'm just speaking truth, while they pocket super chats and exploit the loons. Gator rolls in trying to act real cool, but he's stirring up heat, breaking all the rules. Haters in a circle, all bark no bite, till Spawntrooper drops and it flips on the light. Spawntrooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. Spawntrooper, he assesses the situation at hand. Spawntrooper, then he say the words, truth don't kneel to no one man. force is weak with this one.
Deuces in the mix, spinning lies for the stream. He acts like a king, but his throne's just a meme. Dodging all the questions with a scripted phrase, trying to fool the crowd, but he's just a phase. Bones Lacker's got a seat at the front of the show, putting up a front, but got nowhere to go. Guano's hiding in shadows, throwing shade in the chat. They all act tough, but Spawntrooper's on that.
Spawntrooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. Spawntrooper, he assess the situation at hand.
With this one, now the people rise, no longer blind. The lies unravel one stream at a time. Truth's not merch, it don't come in packs. And Spawntroopers got receipts, not just attacks. He says turn off the feed, walk into the sun. This war for your mind, it's already begun. With clarity blazing like a saber so bright, he leads the way through the digital night. Spawntroopers say,
I see you playing, keeping up the show, spinning your stories, but the truth starts to flow. Your gators pull high like you're some kind of lord, but all you're doing is striking out with the faulty sword. You're no warrior, just a puppet on strings. Your fake crown don't mean a thing. The game's up now, you're out of moves. Spawntroopers here to expose your grunt. Trooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. Spawntrooper, he assesses the situation at hand. Then he say the words, truth don't kneel to no one man. Trooper,
the force is weak with this one.
One yai duet, buddy gwyd and doi do your damn look.
Truth will rise in the end, no place for deceit.
May grim unwind, get a whole group on. The force is weak with this whole bunch.